Hello, good morning. I'm sure you're ready to have a fresh morning. You must have had a good rest. This is for the students of class 10, section A, B, and C. And I want you to be fresh as ever, ready to listen for my next video that I'm going to put now. And I want you to pay very close attention to this video. Uh, okay, yesterday we did up to line 220, if I'm not mistaken, Act 2, scene, Act 3, scene 2, lines, we did up to 224, okay. And we are beginning from 225 today, that is, enter Lorenzo, Jessica, Celario, and messenger from Venice. So we see here, in the first part of the scene here, we have seen the conversation between Portia and Bassanio expressing their love for each other. Now we see in this scene, scene is changed, but the scene continues to be scene 2 only. We see here Bassanio here and the entry of Lorenzo and Jessica. Now, if you think, remember, go back to the previous scenes in this drama, you will see, you'll remember Lorenzo had eloped with Jessica, and Jessica had taken all her father's money and jewelry, and then they have come to Belmont now, along with Celario, and there is also a messenger who's entering with some message for Bassanio. So we see here Bassanio, Lorenzo and Celario welcome hither. Okay, Bassanio is trying to welcome uh, Celario and Lorenzo. If that the youth of my new interest have power to bid you welcome. Okay. Now here, my new interest refers to Bassanio. The interest is the right that he has got as a husband of Portia, as he has chosen the right casket. So therefore, now all that which belongs to Portia belongs to him. So he says, my new interest. So my new interest refers to Bassanio. Here have power. Power means right and responsibility to welcome you here in Belmont. By your leave, I bid my very friends and countrymen, sweet Portia, welcome. So now he also feels that he should take permission from Portia and to welcome these gentlemen from Venice. So do I, my lord, they are entirely welcome. Okay, my lord refers to Bassanio. So Portia has the same kind of welcome that Bassanio has for them. Lorenzo to Bassanio. I thank your honor. Your honor is welcome given by Bassanio. For my part is Lorenzo. My lord is Bassanio. My purpose was not to have seen you here. Okay. The purpose of Lorenzo is not to be here in Belmont, but he says he met Celario, but meeting with Celario by the way, he did entreat me past all saying nay to come with him along. Okay. So he met him on the way while going out of their home, and Celario insisted that they should come with him where he is going. So therefore, on the invitation of Celario, Lorenzo and Jessica are here. Celario, I did, my lord. And Celario says, see, I requested them, so I brought them here. And I here is Celario, my lord is Bassanio. And I have reason for it. Now he says, I here is Celario again. He's telling his reason for why he brought Jessica and Lorenzo here. And says, Signor Antonio. Now, Signor here means gentleman. Okay, that is a French word. And so we call it like we say, Mr. Sharma, Mr. Gupta. So they say Signor. We use Mr. and they use Signor as Antonio. Commends him to you. Okay, now he has some message from Antonio for which he is here. Bassanio, air here is before. I ope here means I here is Bassanio. His letter, the letter of Antonio. So Antonio has sent a letter for Bassanio, and Bassanio feels that before I open the letter, he has something to say. I pray you, tell me how my good friend doth. Okay, good friend doth. Now, my good friend is Antonio. Before reading the letter, Bassanio wants to know how Antonio is doing in his absence. We move on to page 160. Salario not sick. He says he's not sick, mentally good. Physically he's good, not mentally. My lord, not sick, my lord is Bassanio again. Unless it be in mind. Okay, mentally he is disturbed. No, well, unless in mind. His letter there will show you his estate. The estate, his estate is the condition of Antonio. He says the letter that you are going to read will tell you how he is doing mentally. Okay. Graciano to Nerissa. Nerissa, cheer you stranger. A stranger here refers to Salario, and so he wants Salario, Jessica, and we have Lorenzo. So he is asking Nerissa to welcome the new stranger, that is Jessica. Okay, bid her. Her here refers to Jessica. So Nerissa is invited by Graciano to welcome Jessica. Your hand. Okay, you need to shake hand with her. Salario. Okay, even Salario. What's the news from Venice? Now this line refers to Salario. First, he is referring to Nerissa. He says, welcome her and shake hand with her. And then he's referring to addressing Salario. He says, what's the news from Venice? Venice is where his friend is Antonio. How doth the royal merchant is Antonio, and good Antonio, okay. He calls him royal because he's the one very close friend of Bassanio. So he says, how is he doing? I know he will be glad of our success. Okay, the moment he hears that we are together, Portia and myself, he's going to be very happy. The success that I've got through marriage with Portia. We are the Jasons, we have won the fleece. Okay, Jason here is a character which Shakespeare has introduced, and he says Jason was the man who was able to win the golden fleece. Okay, this is a mythology, and he says we are Jasons. That means I and Portia have won each other. Okay, therefore he says we are Jasons. Okay, and Graciano and Jessica, Graciano and Nerissa. So we are like golden fleece who have won, who Portia and Nerissa. These are some shrewd contents in your paper. Now the paper is in the hand of Portia. So she says some shrewd here means bitter comments, bitter notes, bitter news that she is trying to say. Some shrewd contents in yon same paper. Yon here refers to the paper that is given, sent by Antonio to Bassanio. Paper refers to the letter from Antonio. That steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. Okay. Now, immediately he hears about the news, his facial expressions change. He's totally in worry, and you can see by his worry coming on his face. Some dear friend dead. Okay, this is where the news about Antonio, that is written in that as nothing in the world. Okay, Antonio is very close to him, and therefore she feels that that is nothing beyond beyond his friend. Could turn so much the constitution, the state of mind and the character of Antonio is mentioned here. Of any constant man, okay, mentally sound man, okay. What worse and worse, with leave Bassanio, I am half yourself. Okay, now Bassanio, since I am half of yourself, I am your wife, you need to tell me the whole story. She wants to know what is this message coming to him. I must really have the half of anything. Whatever you have, you must tell me, because now I am your better half. And that this same paper brings to you. Now, what is the bitter, shrewd notes that the paper is trying to bring out? Please let me know. Oh, sweet Portia. Here are a few of unpleasant words, okay? Unpleasant, something that is not good to hear. That ever blotted paper, okay? that is given in this letter. Okay, blotted means written out. Gentle lady, he calls Portia gentle lady. When I did first impart is talked. Okay, my love to you. Now we notice here, this is not the first time Bassanio coming to Belmont. He had come earlier also, and he had shown his love to Portia, telling her he is a wretched poor person, he does not have any wealth. He says, impart my love to you. I have told you earlier about my love. I freely told you, I was free to tell you everything. All the wealth I had ran in my veins. Okay, I had nothing in my hand as a wealth. The only thing I have is my birth. Ran in my veins is by my birth I am royal. Otherwise, I have no wealth with me. Okay. I was a gentleman. Okay. He says, when I came earlier, I was a gentleman and I'm still the same old gentleman. And then I told you the truth, and yet, dear lady is Portia, rating myself at nothing. That means he considers himself as nothing because he has nothing to show to Portia. You shall see how much I was braggart. Okay. Okay. Now he says braggart here, he uses the word as something that he cannot talk about because he has nothing to exaggerate or nothing to tell her what he has. When I told you my state was nothing, that means I had nothing in myself. I should then have told you that I was worse than nothing. Okay, now he feels that I should have also told you I have no wealth, nothing in my hand. More than that, that the money that he has come here, he has borrowed. This is what he wanted to tell her. I have engaged myself to a dear friend. Okay, that means he had requested his dear friend Antonio, and he says, for engage my friend to his mere enemy. Okay, mere enemy refers to Shylock. Please note down there, the only selfish person in the whole of this play is Shylock. He says, I have made him an enemy of Shylock. He is already enemy of his, and so here by Antonio helping me, he has become the enemy of Shylock. To feed my means, he paid for my coming here. Feed my means means he took money on behalf of Antonio from Shylock. Here is a letter, lady. Okay, now he's telling this is what the letter is trying to indicate. That the paper has the body of my friend. Okay. Now, when you look at the paper, it has the bitter words written out that he is comparing to the body of his friend Antonio. That's how serious the situation is here. Okay. Now, here it says, and every word in it, gaping wound. Every word that I'm reading through, it's an open wound for me. It's giving me worry, tension, and he does not know what to do at this time. His wounds are all fresh and he does not know what to do. He says, a gaping wound issuing blood. When you look at an open wound, the blood oozes out very freely. Okay, this is the letter is like open wound, bringing out blood. Okay, freely flowing blood. That is the seriousness of the situation that my friend is in. That means he's going to lose his life. Indirectly, he's trying to say he's going to lose his life. But is it true, Celario? Okay, now he says, whatever is written in the letter, is it true? He's trying to confirm. This is addressed to Celario. Have all his ventures failed? Now he says all his business have failed. All the ships, that is what his ventures here refer to, the ships. We read in the same thing, he says venture. That venture referred to, I gave you a question, that venture referred to the risk that Bassanio was taking in opening the casket. But here, the ventures here means the business of Antonio, which has totally failed, the ships in the ocean. What not one hit from Tripolis, Mexico, England, Lisbon, Barbary, and India. Okay, these are the different areas where his ships were traveling with merchants, with business, or all those products, material that would give him money. And not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch. So many ships were traveling for him, he had in the ocean. Not even one has been brought to the shore, okay, so that he would get the money and pay to his enemy, that is Shylock. And not one vessel here refers to the ships, please mind that. And then it says, dreadful touch. Dreadful touch means has not come to the shore of merchant marring rocks. Okay. Merchant is Shylock. Okay. Marring something, the ruining of the business of, no, merchant here refers to Antonio's business all going to ruin. Okay. This is how we see Bassanio is feeling about his friend. Salario, okay, to Bassanio. No, not one, my lord is Bassanio. Besides, it should appear that if he had the present money to discharge the Jew, he would not take it. Okay, he says, if, because the contract that he had with Shylock, Shylock is not interested in taking the money, and he wants to take, according to the bond that he has with Antonio, he is wanting to take his life. Okay, discharge the Jew here is Shylock, he would not take. Okay, never did I know a creature. Okay, a creature here again is Shylock, that did bear the shape of a man. Even though he's a selfish man full of vengeance, he does not taking the form of a man, but he in truly reality is not a gentleman. So keen and greedy to confound a man. Okay, he is greedy here is again Shylock, and confound a man, and he goes to confound, refers to Antonio, trying to give him sufferings. Okay, trying to take revenge on Antonio. He plies means he forces the Duke. He's putting pressure on the Duke in the morning and in the night, and then he's wanting that this should go to the state. The case must be taken to the court, demanding the Duke, and he's also asking the merchants of different places in Venice. He's also the Duke himself and Magnificus. Magnificus is merchants, 20 merchants there of greater sport. All those who have the good business have all persuaded him. Okay, now he says the Duke, the 20 merchants, the other high rich man, they all have persuaded him. Him here is Shylock. Try to convince him so that he would not take Antonio to the court, but none can drive him from the envious plea. Envious plea is the revengeful mind that Shylock has for Antonio. So he says of forfeiture of justice and his bond. So he wants justice according to his bond, that is 1 pound of flesh near the heart of Antonio. So I'm going to stop here for today, and you mark your line here on page 162. We will continue this scene tomorrow, and hopefully we will complete this scene tomorrow, and we will proceed on to next week with the act 3 scene 3. Okay, now with your Merchant of Venice book, I did extract 1 and 2. Today I'm going to give you 3 and 4. So please listen to it very carefully and mark your answers. Don't tell me that I have not done 1 question or 2 questions, because afterwards you write and you tell me, and then I have to tell you to go listen to the video once again. So we are on page 116, and it is the Bassanio's extract which is coming here. So may the outward shows be least themselves. The world is still deceived with ornament. Okay. In law, what pleads so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with gracious voice, obscure the show of evil. So this is the speech by Bassanio. Explain the occasion of this speech made by Bassanio, the first question that I am doing. Bassanio is ready to choose the casket. He is standing just where the caskets are placed. Okay, I repeat. Bassanio is ready to choose the casket. He is standing just where the caskets are placed. The world is deceived with ornaments or outward appearance, and Bassanio does not believe in the outward appearance, which is deceptive. This is your first question. We move on to page 117. The second one. What comment does Bassanio make about the outward glitter of the things? The world is always fascinated by outward glitter of things. Okay, that's your answer. The world is always fascinated by the outward glitter of things, and therefore he is not swayed. SWAYED. He is not swayed by gold and silver caskets by their outward appearance. Question number 3. What, according to Bassanio, is the gravest sin in religion? The gravest sin in religion is when someone with bad face will support with a text, T-E-X-T, with a text from the scripture to justify it by hiding the badness with fair and colorful words. That's your third question. Now we move on to fourth one. What does Bassanio talk about cowards in the next few lines of his speech? Bassanio here talks about, we continue with the question same way. Bassanio here talks about the cowards who wear beard chins, B-E-A-R-E-D, okay, beard chins, like those of Hercules, 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 but when examined inwardly, they are cowards, comma, white as milk, as they assume, ASSUME, outward show of bravery to make themselves strong. Okay, full stop. We go on with fifth question. What light do the above given lines throw on the character of Bassanio? Bassanio does not believe in artificial things and looks. Full stop. He believes in the inner beauty of a person. Full stop. He believes in the truth and not in the false things. We move on to page 118, extract number 4. Bassanio is again the speaker, and so here we have his speech continuing here. And look on beauty and you shall see it is purchased by weight. Okay, this is again the continuation of the same extract. If you go into your book and follow it up, and the explanation that I've already given you in my previous videos, you can go over them. Now, first question, what is the occasion of Bassanio's speech? The occasion of Bassanio's speech is when he is about to choose the right casket and to win the hand of Portia as his wife. Full stop. He is standing near the caskets. Question number 2. What comment does Bassanio make on beauty? The comment that Bassanio makes on beauty, the comment. We continue with the question only, answer from there. The comment that Bassanio makes on beauty is that he's talking about the beauty of a woman. He's talking about the beauty of a woman who has put up artificial makeup to look beautiful. He considers this beauty as purchased from other sources. Number 3, what opinion does Bassanio hold about the golden locks? The opinion that Bassanio holds about the golden locks he says, you put comma first, he says, they look so beautiful. They look so beautiful, but they have been taken from another head. Full stop. This also he feels is artificial. So when I look at taken from another head, you don't need to write it. He is trying to say the artificial hair that the ladies put on their head is not their own hair, and they try to put those artificial hair and they try to look beautiful, and their hair are waving like the waves of the sea. This is how he's trying to give the expression on the golden locks of a beautiful lady. Question number 4, explain the lines. Thus ornament is but the gilded shore to a dangerous sea. Now this here, Bassanio here tells us the decorations are like the dangerous sea waves. Decorations are like dangerous sea waves, which appear to be safe, but they are very dangerous. But they are very dangerous. We go on with the 5th question. What light do the above given lines throw on the character of Bassanio? Bassanio believes in the inner beauty. Bassanio believes in the inner beauty and not an outward beauty. He loves reality rather than fake, F-A-K-E, things of life, rather than fake things of life. First off, therefore, he chooses the lead casket and not gold and silver according to his character. So we stop here on page 119. We continue here tomorrow and we will finish this scene, Act 3, Scene 3, Scene 2. There are 6 of these and tomorrow I will finish. No, there are more than 6. So 7 are there. So let's see, we'll do it to the best of our ability. So I wish you all the best. Please go through the extract and write your answers and show me on daily basis. And most of you have not shown me. Some of you have shown me and then I have given my comment, and I will be checking them as soon as the school opens. So all your work that I'm making you do now, I'll be checking, and so that I can give you marks accordingly. And if you are not doing on the daily basis, all those who are not giving me the assignments on daily basis, you lose 5 marks for each day. So make sure if you want to get 5 marks, continue doing your assignment on daily basis and then go through the video that I'm doing it so that you will understand and mark in your book. All the best. God bless you. Take care.